In this question, we're asked to solve the equation x squared plus 39 equals 0. Now, the technique that we're going to use here only works if you have an x squared term and a number term. Okay? If there's also an x term as well, if you have both of these and an x term as well, then this particular technique will not work. Okay? Doesn't work if there's an x in here. But in this case, we have x squared plus 39 equals 0. So what we'll try to do is we'll try and get the 39 across to the other side. So if we move the 39 across to the other side, it becomes minus, or you can simply subtract 39 from both sides of the equation. X squared is equal to negative 39. Now if that's x squared, the way to get x is to take the positive and negative square root of whatever was on the other side. So if we have x squared equals 16, for instance, x would be plus or minus the square root of 16, which would be plus or minus 4. Well, nothing else changes here. It's x squared is equal to negative 39, so x is equal to plus or minus the square root of negative 39. Now, that would mean that x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 39 times negative 1. Or x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 39 times the square root of negative 1. Or x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 39 times I. Okay? So what we're doing is we're removing the minus sign from inside the from inside the square root symbol, and we're replacing that with I. So we have x equal plus or minus the square root of 39i. Now sometimes when people are going from x squared, for instance, let's say it was x squared equals 36 to x, they forget to take the plus and minus square root and they just write down the square root of 36. But it's very important. When you're going from x squared to x, you always need plus or minus. Okay? And in that case, that would obviously become plus or minus 6. But that isn't necessarily related to the problem that we're doing. The answer to the problem we're doing is that x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 39i. Okay? Thank you.